29 teams in NHL history have come back from a 3-1 series deficit. The St. Louis Blues looking to be the 30th team tonight. It's the Nashville Predators and the St. Louis Blues from the Enterprise Center in downtown St. Louis. Pecorine between the pipes for the Nashville Predators, and he's been good in this series. Jordan Binnington, who struggled early, has started to find his groove again as the St. Louis Blues have won the last 2 games in this series, and oh, what a third win it would be. Face off here, and Ryan Ellis is going to take it off the draw. It's going to be dumped in behind the net. Roman Josi up to Granlund. Granlund had Matt Duchene. Over the blue line, Matt Duchene, a shot, and it's blockered away. Another one, and it's going to be blocked in front. Oh, what a pad save there from Binnington. The Blues are going to gain possession once again. Duchene. Jaden Schwartz. Shen. Pietrangelo is tied up, and it's going to be a 2-on-1 now for the Predators. Matt Duchene. Roman Josi in the middle. Blocked the shot. Rebound in front, and Ryan Johansson couldn't get it up over the shoulder of Jordan Binnington. Well, these St. Louis Blues, one of the few teams that have come back from a 3-1 series deficit multiple times. They've done it 2 times, once in 1991 against Detroit. Shot there, pad saved by Binnington. The other one, 1999 versus the Phoenix Coyotes. David Perron brings it across, and he's going to drop it back for Pietrangelo. Ryan O'Reilly in the middle. A rebound in front, but Pecorine is able to hold on to it as he's the only guy who could see it. On the other hand, the Nashville Predators, one of the few teams that have never given up a 3-1 series deficit, and they're looking to avoid that here tonight. But it's Game 7, winner takes all here. Face off to the left of Pecorine. It's going to be pushed forward. Alexander Steen, a shot, and right there was Pecorine to cut down the angle and stop him. Turned over at center ice, and it's Philip Forsberg working his way in. Steen now to Ryan O'Reilly. The Blues are the other way. Ryan O'Reilly across for Colton Parayko. Shot there from the point. Blocked. A ton of traffic in front. Another one's going to be padded away. Forsberg now. Dante Fabro, the goal scorer in Game 1. Opened the scoring for the Nashville Predators. Matthias Ekholm. Philip Forsberg. Across the Blues line. Tied up, and it's going to be St. Louis who comes away with it. Zach Sanford across for Robert Thomas. Thomas working his way to the corner. Right out in front. Sanford, a shot just wide of the net. Close call there. Robert Thomas to Zach Sanford in a bloop of a shot, but it's going to be gloved down. He couldn't catch it. A dangerous rebound in front of the net. 1-on-3 finds Bonino. Rocco Grimaldi, Bonino, a shot, and Zach Sanford's going to come away with it once again. Sanford winding his way to the corner. Bouwmeester fires it off the pad of Pecorine and up over the glass. Oh, what a chance it was there. Ryan O'Reilly, and this first line has been huge for the St. Louis Blues, but their second best line has been the fourth line. Sammy Blais and Barbashev putting up a bunch of goals as a shot is blocked there from Vince Dunn. Yannick Weber gets it up to Calle Jarnkrok. Jarnkrok in the middle, Dan Hamhuis. Dan Hamhuis to Yannick Weber, Sissons. And Sammy Blais is going to take it the other way. Nashville is gaining possession of the zone. Watson to the front. What a pad save there from Binnington once again. Here comes St. Louis now 1-on-3. As Ryan O'Reilly couldn't get anything open, the veteran Dan Hamhuis gets it up to Colton Sissons. Sissons, Yannick Weber playing give and go, and Weber's just going to dump it into the corner. Colton Sissons has it taken away from him, and Vladimir Tarasenko will be the other way for the Blues. Tarasenko, Braden Shen has Tarasenko with him, elects to drop it back to Justin Falk, and a centering pass was tipped away. Schwartz. Behind the net now, Jaden Schwartz. Can't find anyone, finds Falk. Tarasenko, Jaden Schwartz in a shooting area, but he elected not to take it. Calle Jarnkrok works his way into Granlund. Alexander Steen with it. Up to Braden Shen. Shen finds a streaking defenseman there, but he couldn't put it in. Shen now to Justin Tarasenko. What an opportunity there, and a glove save by Pecorine. I mentioned that fourth line. Ilya Barbashev and Sammy Blais have both been heroes so far, getting huge goals for the St. Louis Blues. Tying goals, winning goals. We remember back in Game 5, Sammy Blais. Carl Gunnarsson now, Steen. Johansson. Up to Mikael Gramland. Gramland, Matt Duchene, a shot, and it's Jordan Binnington holding his ground to stop that one. David Perron. Alexander Steen wires that off the mask of Pecorine, but he's able to recuperate and pick up the puck as the rebound sat right out in front of him. 4 minutes, 3 seconds here to go in this first period of play. Still nothing hockey game. Nick Bonino in there against Robert Thomas, a defensive zone draw for the Nashville Predators, and they win it. Dan Hamhuis throws it up to Rocco Grimaldi. Grimaldi, Nick Bonino, Smith, the shot, pad save, and great rebound control by Jordan Binnington as Zach Sanford went right over the top of him there. Bonino, Rocco Grimaldi, and they're always reliable Craig Smith out there on the wing. Face-off is going to be won by the Predators. Grimaldi, a shot just wide. Nick Bonino will pick up the rebound. Dan Hamhuis. Bonino has his stick lifted, but Nashville will maintain possession. Smith, a shot in the middle, and he scores! Craig Smith! Well, it's a 1-0 hockey game here for these Nashville Predators. Craig Smith found it on the backhand, and I'm not even sure if he could see the back of the net, but he found it, put it past Jordan Binnington, and Craig Smith, the guy who was drafted by the Nashville Predators and is now back here in Nashville, and a reliable player for them, has now finally got his first goal of the series, and it's 1-0 for the Predators here in the first period. We're late in the first, though. Yannick Weber picks it up. Dan Hamhuis up to Nick Bonino. That line still out there after scoring the goal. One-time shot, and Smith just about had another one. Jacob Delarose getting the start, second start of the series. Dumps it behind the net. Yannick Weber. Delarose knocked off the puck. Jacob Delarose now to Colton Parayko. Fires a shot, and it's padded away. Smith, Yannick Weber, Dan Hamhuis, and it's going to be picked off. Just under a minute to go here in the first period. Hamhuis up to Craig Smith. Smith working his way in onto the front, and Kyle Turris couldn't find that one cleanly. Barbashev, Sammy Blais, a shot right before the horn, and that's going to do it here for the first period. So it's a successful one, and for the first time in 3 games, the Nashville Predators have found themselves a 1-0 lead headed to the locker room. It was Craig Smith firing it home on the backhand, but Jordan Binnington has done everything he can to keep this a 1-goal game. 1-0 Nashville Predators going to the first intermission. Welcome back to the Enterprise Center in downtown St. Louis. The Nashville Predators and the St. Louis Blues. Craig Smith, the Wisconsin native, is the only guy who's on the score sheet right now, and the Nashville Predators clearly looking to add on that right now, but still shut down these St. Louis Blues in the second period. Roman Josi to the middle. A shot was deflected and trickled wide. Matt Duchene to Johansson. Johansson behind the net, and Jordan Binnington's just going to go ahead and cover that one up, get a defensive zone whistle here for his St. Louis Blues. Kyle Turris, a couple fantastic chances in the first period. He's found the net a couple times in this series. Johansson out there to take the draw. Carl Gunnarsson. Up the wing now. St. Louis the other way. Tarasenko somehow finds the puck in a flurry of skates, and Rocco Grimaldi's going to bring it the other way for the Nashville Predators. Matt Duchene. Duchene a shot, and it's going to be gloved right there between the legs by Jordan Binnington as it's dumped back into the Predator zone. Matt Duchene across to Roman Josi. Mikkel Gramland, I should say. Gramland over to Roman Josi in the middle, and Jordan Binnington had it blocked right in front of him, but still found it and covers up. Mentioned Kyle Turris from West Newminster, BC. In Canada, a BCHL legend, RBC Cup champion, CJHL Player of the Year. Playing for the Coquitlam Express as he loses that draw there. St. Louis is the other way, elects to dump it in. The BCHL, obviously a junior hockey league, but a good one at that. Pad save there by Pecorine. Alexander Steen, David Perron fires it on net, and Pecorine stops it. The BCHL is pretty much the closest thing to the OHL out there on the West Coast, and Kyle Turris, who's obviously from BC, Ontario, spent a lot of time there, elected to just play somewhere close to his hometown. And you know he's been around the league for a long time because he was drafted 3rd overall by the Phoenix Coyotes. Obviously, they've become the Arizona Coyotes, and he's going to win that draw there, but it's going to go back to the Predators. Ryan O'Reilly to Forsberg. Forsberg through the neutral zone, has a man with him, finds Arvidsson there, and it's patted away. Arvidsson to Kyle Turris, wires it on net, and Jordan Binnington a glove save. Victor Arvidsson scored a huge goal last game, we remember. Tied it up 4-4 with 40 seconds to go in the 3rd period, but the St. Louis Blues would be resilient and come back to win it. Dan Hamhuis to Smith. Bonino there behind the net. Trying to get a centering pass out to Rocco Grimaldi, but Sanford is the other way for the Blues. Tyler Bozak working his way in, and a shot on Pecorine is going to be stopped there. Remember that game, 4-4 going into overtime. It was Colton Parayko, first goal of the series, the overtime winner. But the Blues still have some work to do as we're midway through the 2nd period now, and it's still a 1-0 game for the Nashville Predators. Centering pass is going to be picked off, but Weber's going to get it back. A shot trying for the 5-hole, but couldn't get it. Yannick Weber over to Bonino. Bonino, Dan Hamhuis fires it on net, way high and wide of the net there. Craig Smith. Smith has it taken away by Justin Falk. Falk flips it up, and it's going to be dumped into the Predator zone. Dan Hamhuis knocked off the puck, but Bonino's going to take it away and put it up to Smith. Nick Bonino working his way around, trying to find Smith, but Justin Falk, a bold defensive play to step up and take that one away. Sammy Blais. Bonino through the neutral zone will dump it in, and his line will get a change now. Some tired bodies on the ice. Sammy Blais still out there. Dumps it in. That's going to be a little bit too high and up over the glass. Fantastic scoring opportunity there from the Nashville Predators, who are looking to extend this to a 2-goal lead. Roman Josi. Jarnkrok. Tarasenko works his way in, almost all alone, one-on-one, but he flipped it up over the crossbar there as he just missed the net. Roman Josi to Colton Sissons. Sissons. Callie Jarnkrok a shot, and Binnington covers it up. Well, it was Dan Hamhuis who had that scoring chance, just fired it high and wide last shift. 12th overall pick by Nashville, and started out with Nashville, played 5 years, went to Vancouver, then Dallas Stars, and in the last 2 seasons he's been here with the Nashville Predators. Shot right there on the one-time chance, gloved down by Binnington. Across the line as Sammy Blais fires it up high on Pecorine. It's going to be covered up. Dan Hamhuis, obviously an accomplished player, but hasn't scored a goal in the last 2 years with the Nashville Predators. It's a long scoring drought for him. Obviously, the Predators would love for him to get one now, but he's been a defensive specialist, a valuable player to the team nonetheless. David Perron. Alexander Steen is going to pick it off the turnover, and here comes Ekholm. It's a 2-on-0. Matthias Ekholm wires it on net, and it's going to be stopped there by Jordan Binnington. Granlund. Matt Duchesne. The Preds are not done yet, but the Predators will bring it the other way. St. Louis with it now. Steen. Fabro. Ryan Johansson. Over for Forsberg. And it looked like he had some room to shoot there on the far side, but couldn't get it by. Ryan O'Reilly trying to find some space. Punched into the corner there, and Victor Arvidsson will pick it up. Almost turned it over, but it's going to be through the neutral zone now. Ryan Johansson just stays onside. Forsberg all alone, and a glove save there by Jordan Binnington. Boy, has he been fantastic keeping his team in it. It's just a 1-goal game still here in the second period. Kyle Turris in there with Barbashev, and Barbashev's going to push the draw and win it. Carl Gunnarsson slowly up for Sammy Blais, who can't get the return pass, and now Victor Arvidsson's going to put it through center. Sammy Blais finds Barbashev. Roman Josi. Philip Forsberg now. Across the blue line. Josi, a shot. Oh, what a glove save there by Binnington. Flashing the leather there on Roman Josi. Full extension, and he was able to glove it. Roman Josi, the scoring leader on the team, led the team in power play points. The best plus-minus 65 points in the regular season. What a dangerous player that Jordan Binnington just stopped there. Sanford now. Across the blue line, Zach Sanford. Works it to the corner. Pietrangelo, a shot just wide. Watson up for Calle Jarnkrok. Jarnkrok trying to make a move. He will be able to, and Jordan Binnington right there, this shot right into his crest, and he's going to stop it. Now some extracurriculars after the play here, and we saw that in Game 1 as tempers started to boil a little bit, and at Game 7, you've played each other 7 games in a row. It's bound to happen at some point. Fourth line versus third line. Colton Sissons. Robert Thomas in there for the Blues to take the draw. He'll lose it. Played back right in front. Colton Sissons a shot, but closing up the 5-hole there was Binnington. Last minute of play here in the first period. Second period, I should say. Justin Falk to Tyler Bozak. Bozak. Done. Justin Falk. Bozak gets it back. One-time shot from the point. Robert Thomas the rebound. Another one there from Sanford. And Pekka Rinne is going to cover up. So it's the Nashville Predators netminders' turn to start making some highlight reel saves there. 3 in a row. Keeping his team in it. He's got a shutout working so far. 4.8 seconds to go here in the second period. Time for one more chance maybe, but it's going to be one back to Dan Hanyus, and Smith is just going to wind down the period out through center ice. So it's still a 1-0 hockey game here for the Nashville Predators, and time is starting to tick down, and the Nashville Predators have found themselves 20 minutes away from denying the comeback chance from the St. Louis Blues and winning this Game 7, winning the series. It's 1-0 for the Nashville Predators here going to the third. Welcome back to the Enterprise Center in downtown St. Louis, and it's been a battle of the goalies so far. Both Jordan Binnington and Pekka Rinne have been fantastic in this game so far. Face-off is going to be one back to Carl Gunnarsson. Jaden Schwartz dumps it up, but it's going to be off the stanchion there. We mentioned the top line for the St. Louis Blues has been good, but that fourth line has been so clutch so far with Sammy Blais, Jacob Delarose, and Barbashev. Both Barbashev and Jacob Delarose scoring a goal for the St. Louis Blues last game. Both of them tying goals at that. It was a 4-4 hockey game, a barn burner, but this one obviously much different. Johansson's going to bring it in, but it's turned over there. Tarasenko picks it up, and Shen is the other way. Braden Shen Trying to get it to Tarasenko, but his stick was lifted. Tarasenko now in the corner. Shatna shot. Shorts in the middle. What a save there from Pekarine as he just kept the pad down and controlled the rebound to the corner. Mikael Granlund. Ryan Johansson. Over to Ryan Ellis. Tarasenko now is going to bring it back and throw it behind the net there. Johansson. Schwartz will pick it up. Ping pong match right now, back and forth through the neutral zone. Carl Gunnarsson to Ryan O'Reilly, and now the St. Louis Blues will finally bring it in. But it's turned over once again. Duchesne trying to get a pass across, turned over. Ryan Ellis to Victor Arvidsson, working it in. David Perron picks it up, and oh, just about a huge collision right there. Fabro, Arvidsson. Alexander Steen 1-on-2 now, trying to work it in. Fires it up high, and a blocker save right there. Ryan O'Reilly all alone in front, but he couldn't put it home. The St. Louis Blues have had chances, just not able to capitalize quite yet. And Pekarine really starting to shine here in this third period. Nick Bonino and Robert Thomas there to take the draw in the zone of the Nashville Predators. Faceoff's going to be scrambled and brought back out by the Nashville Predators. Rocco Grimaldi, Fabro in the middle, trying to go 5-hole just like he did to open the scoring last game, but couldn't do it. Sanford. Knocked off the puck. One-time shot in the middle. And Pekarine stands up once again and denies Robert Thomas. Face off now to the right of Pekarine. That's going to be won by the St. Louis Blues. Parayko, Tyler Bozak, Jay Bouwmeester. Bozak trying to work it to the center. And Rocco Grimaldi will bring it the other way for the Preds. Rocco Grimaldi behind the net. Throws it back out, turned over. Robert Thomas on it again. He's been out there for a while. Robert Thomas up high there on Pekarine, and an easy stop. And once again, we see a little bit of activity after the whistle. Things starting to get really heated right now. We can see a bit of a sense of desperation across the face of the St. Louis Blues. And for the Nashville Predators, it's always tough to try and maintain that 1-goal lead. They'll look to add on here. Sammy Blais. Barbashev a shot. Another one for Delarose, and it's patted away by Pekarine. Kalle Jarnkrok now working his way in behind the net, throws it back to the point. Yannick Weber, Dan Hamhuis on it. One-time shot again. Colton Sissons couldn't get it by Jordan Binnington. Behind the net now, Jarnkrok trying to get it by Binnington, but he'll keep his pad right on the post there. And what a battle of the goalies that's been so far. Some fantastic saves at either end. Robert Thomas getting robbed on the point-blank chance, and then Jordan Binnington with an equally fantastic save of his own. Dan Hamhuis one-timer again from Forsberg. That one goes wide. Falk up to Sammy Blais. Has Barbashev and Delarose with him. Finds Dunn, though. Falk. One-timer in the middle and blocked once again. Yannick Weber works his way through the neutral zone. Gets it up to Arvidsson, who will dump it behind the net of Jordan Binnington. Vince Dunn has the puck knocked off him, and now this game is going to start to open up as we have a penalty call, and it's going to go against the St. Louis Blues. Vince Dunn gave up a turnover, and it looked like a bit of retaliation afterwards as he got the stick right up in the hands. And now this is a huge penalty kill in a game that goals have been a premium, and the Nashville Predators have a huge chance to put a 2-goal lead on the board right now. Jay Bouwmeester to Parayko. And now the St. Louis Blues are going to kill off some time here as Bozak will work it into the zone, gets it into the middle. Parayko, a shot, pad save there. Even when on the penalty kill, these St. Louis Blues are still coming on. Pad save there by Binnington. He's going to stop it. Johansson had a fantastic opportunity as well. Well, this game has not been short of opportunities, but it has been short of goals. The keepers at either end, fantastic so far. The first power play unit out there, Johansson will try and win the draw, but Pietrangelo comes right in there to take it away, and a good penalty kill so far. 1 minute killed already. Pietrangelo into the corner, killing some time. Finally, Arvidsson will pick it up and bring it the other way. Victor Arvidsson has it taken away once again. Carl Gunnarsson. Alexander Steen, just no possession able to be taken here by the St. Louis Blues. And it's going to be an offside call as Alexander Steen tried to make a move at the line. Well, the Enterprise Center right now in St. Louis is quite quiet. Their team hasn't put up a goal yet, and there's 6 minutes to go here in this hockey game. Ryan Ellis, Matt Duchesne. Duchesne winding his way in. Pad save there by Binnington. Colton Parayko up to Jay Bouwmeester. And that's going to do it here for the penalty kill. A fantastic kill for the St. Louis Blues. And we'll see if that gives them any kind of momentum here in this hockey game. Victor Arvidsson now. Works it across the line. Arvidsson. Turris a shot and a save there from Jordan Binnington up off the shoulder. I'm not sure if he saw it or not, but it's going to be a face-off here in the St. Louis Blues zone. Philip Forsberg, 21 goals this year, led the team in goal scoring. Fabro, Matthias Ekholm, Philip Forsberg, and it's going to be up for Jaden Schwartz. Schwartz on a bit of a break. Waits for some teammates, and he'll throw it back to Pietrangelo. Tarasenko, shot there by Schwartz. He had the whole net to shoot at, but it was blocked away in front by Kyle Turris. Turris will be on it again once again. Forsberg, through the legs move across the line, over to Ryan O'Reilly. Gunnarsson, Alexander Steen up for Tarasenko, looking to get something going, but he can't do it. Matthias Ekholm. And it's going to be a momentary 2-on-1. Matt Duchesne, and a nice defensive play there by Carl Gunnarsson. Gets it back for the Blues. Alexander Steen to Pietrangelo. Across the line, Gunnarsson. Gunnarsson wires a shot up high, and it just trickles wide of the net. Back the other way come the Nashville Predators. Shot! Oh, what a glove save there by Jordan Binnington. Flashing the leather once again. 1:55 to go in this third period. Both goalies sensational so far. But the St. Louis Blues need to get some kind of offense going if they want to keep this series alive. It's Game 7 right now, just under 2 minutes to go. Ellis to Smith, Rocco Grimaldi. Ellis, Tyler Bozak now. Bozak's going to work it through the neutral zone. Sanford, Robert Thomas in the middle, but it's going to be taken away by Rocco Grimaldi. Craig Smith. Into the middle. Bonino, a shot wide of the net there. Rocco Grimaldi, Craig Smith, Ryan Ellis. Smith will dump it in behind the net. Vince Dunn will pick it up for the Blues. Falk chips it up off the boards. And they're back the other way. Net is empty now in St. Louis as Pecorine is going to cover that one up. So 37 seconds to go, and we're into the final stages for the St. Louis Blues. And so far, the Enterprise Center has been quiet, but they'll try and get something going for their Blues here. 37 seconds to go. Third period, Game 7. Net is empty for the Blues. Yannick Weber brings it out, and they have possession now. Colton Sissons, Dan Hamhuis. Sissons brings it back, and he'll just elect to dump it behind the net. Jay Bouwmeester will pick it up for the Blues. Bouwmeester up to Jacob Delarose. 20 seconds to go now. Calle Jarncroft wasting time in his own zone, and finally gets it out. Bouwmeester, 10 seconds to go now. Parayko, Jacob Delarose. Watson's going to pick it up. Weber throws it through the center. 3 seconds to go. Last shot for the Blues. And that's going to do it. The Nashville Predators avoid the 3-1 series deficit comeback attempt by the St. Louis Blues. And they've taken this series in 7 games. It wasn't easy. Jordan Binnington, who had a bad start to this series, was sensational tonight, but so is Pecorine. The 1-0 shutout for the netminder of the Nashville Predators. And Nashville will remain undefeated when having a 3-1 series laid. These St. Louis Blues gave them a big scare, but the Stanley Cup champions are going to go home in the first round this time. 1-0 for the Nashville Predators in Game 7.